Madaraka. So as we celebrate Madaraka on that great day, because we are turning 61, with the current administration coming in place, and the understanding that we can never be a sovereign country, we cannot be independent when we are angry, where we are not food secure. So I want us to look at the manner in which we are celebrating this year's Madaraka Day in the context of what we are doing as a country, as an administration, to address the issue of food security. For us to be independent, for us to be who we are, we must join the president and the country in fighting hunger. Governments has put in money to support the farmers. We have given out fertilizers to our farmers, fertilizers that has been able to increase our production, and especially the figures on maize, the figures on tea, and just they are known. And being one of the inputs that really had serious problems in terms of availability, in terms of its cost, the investment that government has put in this place should not go to waste. So I want to encourage our farmers. I want to encourage those people that now want to venture into any business and tell them there is no other better business that you can do. There is none. I'm convinced, I'm persuaded. There is no other better business that you can do that is reliable, that is sustainable, other than engaging in agriculture. Because the world population, the populations are increasing every day, and we have an extra mouth to feed. So our coming here today gives us, for the last 4 days, gives us an opportunity to think ahead, to see how to face the challenges, and address the challenges that we have had, how to face the future, and ensure that in conjunction and in collaboration with the county governments, with our people of this country, then we work an extra mile to ensure that this country is food and nutritional secure for our industries. So we cannot really overemphasize the role that this sector is really playing into this economy. That as we celebrate Madaraka, we are happy to note as a department of livestock to say now that we are ready. We are ready because we promised that the country and the president gave directions that we must be able to increase the volumes of our milk. We must be able to improve our breeds for greater or increased milk production. Now, as we sit here today, as we stand here today, where we are proud to say we are ready to roll out the sex semen program, where now we will be able to improve the breeds of our animals, and we are going to do it, and we are going to reduce, because this is one of the interventions that the president has made, as directed that we do, that we will give sexed semen to our livestock, our dairy farmers, at a cost of a maximum or below 3,000 shillings. This is a milestone. This is something that has not happened before, and this is all towards going towards supporting our livestock farmers. The breed improvement program is also on course, so we ask those livestock keepers that are here to really get in touch and ensure that we work closely, because we want to double the production of our milk from the current 5 billion to 11 billion liters. Otherwise, I am happy to note that in the last few months, in the last 1 year, we have been able to increase the land and the crop production by a great percentage. We have been able to get farmers coming into our database. So let me assure you, when we get, because these figures are very important for planning, we can assure you that as we get into the future, we will be able to deliver services, we will be able to deliver the interventions that we've been making in a more timely, efficient manner, because we also been able to learn from our experience. It was not easy when we got in, but I think God has been on our side. So as we celebrate Madaraka Day, let us be proud that in one way or another, we've been able to contribute to put our country into a level where we can say that as agriculture is being mentioned as one of the greatest contributors of economic growth, then each one of us has been able to do something. And as we do what we are supposed to do, then we are doing it for the good of our country, we are doing it for ourselves. And when we look at the milestones that we've been able to cover within the last 15 months, they are quite monumental. We do not want my team, we do not want to relax and sit. No, we must be able to build from this foundation to get ourselves to greater heights. For those, and because of faith, people came in through for us, and the country as we see it now is sufficient in maize production. As we sit here, we are rolling out programs to ensure that in the next 12 or so months, because of that sustained pressure and sensitization from our hand to our farmers to increase their land on producing the oil crops. Menjo, I expect, because the sunflower is doing very well, I visited a few farms, we expect to reduce our import budget or expenditure on sunflower by some good margins. That will reduce the pressure of our currency, because we will not be exporting as many dollars as we are. Our rice scheme support programs are on course, and I believe by the grace of God, in another 1 year or so, Governor would have sorted the problem or would have reduced our import budget on rice. We import 1 million tons of rice every year. So if we are able to bring it down to around 500, we'll have made progress. If we spend 140, 150 billion on oil, we are able to bring it by 60%, then we'll have made progress. But what I want to assure you is that the support the President has given our ministry allowed me to really thank him for that support. We cannot afford to let him down. We cannot afford to let people of this country. But I want to ask everyone, let's all join hands together, because it's the only best way we can, because we have a responsibility as civilized Kenyans to develop our country and to grow our country, because there is nobody else who will ever come from outside Kenya to come and develop Kenya. And even if we are to develop Kenya and invest in the development of this country, then it's easy to attract investors, because they already have read the signal that we believe in ourselves and we are committed to making Kenya a different